Welcome back to another Muppet Sunshine. Today I'm going to go through the testimony of Bryana, Bongolan, lipstick smudge. I haven't really seen anything up to now that surprised me, but I have heard the testimony, but I just wanted to read it out for myself. I feel like a lot more comes out with the testimony. I feel like there's certain people out there that feel guilty, and it's all unraveling before our eyes, you know. And I heard about Kanye West going. Now that doesn't surprise me as a swinger himself, you know. I feel it's sort of his cup of tea, you know, what Diddy's into, you know. Considering his wife wears next to nothing, I think I should have given the clue away. He was a freak off as well. But people are pretty like narrow-minded to it. There's lots of kinks out there that look demeaning to us as human beings. See, the thing is, it's the girl that never started out and not possibly even knew that life existed, you know, alien to it. She wasn't like dating loads of famous guys or anything like that. You know, she wasn't she was only young, you know. I think she had one song out. It's quite beat to it, you know, and even that has nothing to do with Bad Boy. They saw something incredible in her, he says, something like that. I think he's talking just solely on a lust level. You can see it right across the table from her. She's not really understanding, and you get that way where you think to yourself, oh, they're all going to be Cassie, and it's not just Cassie. But these girls, I think they're avoiding putting other victims up who are really, you know, bad for the defence, you know. But I don't know how that works. But yeah, I'm going to read Bryana's testimony, and hopefully we'll get 30 pages done today. But I don't want to go live smoking, so yeah, I only smoke cigarettes, so it's like, you know, banned in places. I'm sorry, I light my cigarettes on my toaster. Goof. I hope everyone's having a lovely weekend. I'm not so bad myself. I'm not dressed to impress today, I'm afraid. I've got my daughter home.
Is it her?
Isabella.
No.
You might hear her in the back. That's my camera, babe. It's got to be like that, hon. Oh, baby, no, listen. Thanks, hon. Thank you. I know. Needed to hide the wrinkles, my darling. Well, I'll be honest, the camera always makes me look a little bit better. Don't want to get carried away, have some for tomorrow. I mean it. Wonder if Harriet's having dinner at her dad's today. Poor Harriet, she didn't want to go.
No hides cake.
Listen, if you've had the cakes, that's okay. She'll survive. She's got cake. Probably annoying.
Not high cake.
No. They just your cakes.
Yeah.
You're watching Haunted Mansion. I've seen you watch it there.
No way.
Excuse the mess on me from rolling in muck. I've noticed like my view count is going down again, and like I'm not sure what I'm doing wrong, or maybe like there's just so much Diddy press that I just don't get a look in. I'm not getting any type of traffic at all, you know. I don't think it's to do with me. I think it's to do with the story, the narrative that needs to be out there. If I'm being fair, I don't feel Sean Combs is the only one. I think Clive Davis and you know, 3 times been done for tax evasion and never been locked up. Why? They're all cartel feds. That's what they are. That's what did he come from? And people just don't want to talk about that. They'd rather talk about the baby oil, the divorce. Well, it's Kinks, it's S&M. You know what I mean? They would rather talk about that in court rather than. I think people have been paying people for their name to be kept out of it. That's what Ray J's been doing. Try to make out that he's got the inner thing with Diddy. He can make Diddy keep your name out of his mouth, you know. Don't know about that. What if he uses their name against them? And what I find odd as well, like, I always thought if someone's brought into a conversation in court, that they have every right to subpoena a person, you know? That doesn't seem to be the case here. Is that a federal thing as well? It's like a law unto its own. It is. It's like a federal law. Might as well say, corporal fucking mafia. You know, and in my eyes, yeah, that's what it's seeming to be, isn't it? Why do you think people get away with so much? Why do you see people who just go arrested or just get shot? There's just too many dark things, and it's like, yeah, we're done with Cassie now. Well, let's get to the proper meat of it. You know, the co-conspirators here. And, you know, they're not mentioning it, but Rob Holiday was actually a co-conspirator. I'm not 100% sure if Cassie hasn't done this and joined a situation where, like, you know, to get her own back and help them along. Just seems that way. She had all that time. And it's like, I don't think it's just him, you know, who's behaving like this, who's trafficking in this fashion, using like seriously sophisticated ways to make them say yes without saying yes. And I find all that it's not explained enough, you know, for me. As a woman, how could you feel that low about yourself that you, as an individual, give them your fee for that, for money? And it's not just that them, is it? It's their friends. It's complete strangers. I just still don't understand. This isn't just about girls in the industry. This is girls and boys outside the industry as well. A lot of people with certain jobs as well. That Angels and Cowboys escort agency keeps getting brought back up into some cases, like the Human case. This case, I think escort agencies would give a fuck if one day they wanted a girl who was going to be mutilated, hurt beyond a while, hurt physically, hurt mentally, you know. I wouldn't put that past Diddy. I wouldn't put it past him. The worst is, I think he'd get other people to do it. Like, I think he'd get a girl to do the car. You know, was it Capricorn? We don't know. Who was the person who did the car? We still don't know. And then I feel like, to some degree, Cassie's called her friends in with this as well, and it's dark what it's come to for him, but it's deserved. It's deserved because he's hurt a lot of people who are no longer alive, down to him and him selling drugs like that. Oxycodone, right? Selling. That's why I wanted to read this. But I've noticed also people who are reading these things are manipulating them because they're easily manipulated. I don't like that. I know he deserves justice, but we need to know how this is operated. You know, there's so much bullshit in the footage. You know, you just don't know who the hell's who. You know, if they're telling the truth or not. So that's another reason. That's your sister's cardigan for school. You're rubbing all over the floor. But yeah, can get crazy, you know. We lost Prince. Now Prince, it was like, what was it with him? Fentanyl, you know? I mean, these drugs are that strong. It's got a grip on someone's life, like Cassie, and it's made herself into this person that she was never intended to be. That is the power of drugs, you know? And it wouldn't surprise me if Diddy did that with her early on, very early on, even before he got with her, to scare with the mind a bit, you know? I'm not sure. Really not. Like the Huey trial, I've got covered up. I'll be doing some catch up on that soon. It isn't a competition to me to be correct. It's not a competition to have other channels sort of bleed shit on your channel. You know what I mean? And that's what I've got here. But I'm happy with what I've said. I'm happy with the coverage I've made. It didn't, you know, my coverage, it was long after he was caught. So people had the opportunity to find Lisk a long time ago. Or catch him. But no catching Lisk. No matter. I mean, all the clues were there. You know, a child abusing friggin' uncle, a father in the Air Force, living in his childhood home all his life, and no one noticed, by the way, not his wife, not his child. So where does that all come from? Well, it can only come from the home, that what was on display for that child. You know, I'm very careful with my child, you know, like seeing books or anything. You know, she knows about me going through disputes and all that. She knows what I'm doing. She knows to do this in a crime channel. She doesn't watch crime. She hates all that. She's a gamer. She doesn't care about this stuff. She's 9, you know. My advice for you, if you've got children, is never to put the face online if you can help it. It's scary, but it's just protecting being over the top if it takes over the top measures. Nobody should be looking at other kids' accounts, no matter what you're doing. And that I've encountered and I found really odd. I ain't going to start the live now. Now let's turn off and turn back on a minute, okay. Hi, welcome back everyone. I'm back here today to do another read on Bongola's testimony, and I just wanted to help people understand what's going on in the court, what type of things to keep an eye out for in the future. because I feel that a lot of people, more than just Sean, will be going into federal court soon, because it can't just be one entity. So anyway, I'm going to share this now. Okay. Underneath that, why is that there? Okay, can you see it? I'm going to just turn my camera